I call on Government Order of the Day. Number 1.
International Finance Agreements Bill, second reading.
The Honourable Paul Goldsmith.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the International Finance Agreements Amendment Bill be now read a second time. Following the first reading, the bill was examined by the Foreign Affairs, Defence and Trade Committee, which recommended that it be passed with one amendment. There were no submissions on the bill. The purpose of the bill is to amend the International Finance Agreements Act 1961 in order to enable the Government of New Zealand to become a member of the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. The AIIB is a multilateral investment bank established to address the gap in infrastructure investment across the Asian region. Its purpose is to foster sustainable economic development and to promote regional cooperation and partnership, including by working in partnership with other multilateral and bilateral development institutions. New Zealand is joining the AIIB as a founding member to contribute to strong and sustained regional growth, consolidate New Zealand's economic and political relationships in Asia, and participate in an institution that will further regional economic cooperation and, Mr. Speaker, integration. Through our involvement in the negotiations, we have seen emerge a genuinely multilateral 21st century institution. We have an opportunity to play our part in this important new institution in our region. The bill gives certain articles of the AIIB Articles of Agreement force of law in New Zealand. The bill provides for extending various privileges and immunities to the AIIB, provides an exemption from taxation for the AIIB, and provides for permanent legislative authority to meet payments due under the agreement. These provisions are consistent with the treatment New Zealand provides to other international financial institutions in the Act. The Government accepts the Committee's recommendation to delete subclauses 9(1) and 1A of the Bill. Clause 9(1) of the Bill, as introduced, would give Article 19(1) of the AIIB Articles of Agreement force of law in New Zealand. Article 19(1) prohibits members of the AIIB from imposing restrictions on currencies held or used by the AIIB or a recipient of the AIIB for payments. Officials have recognised it is not necessary to give Article 19(1) force of law in New Zealand for the following reasons. The obligations in Article 19(1) do not need to have effect domestically and do not need to have effect domestically and would be inconsistent with New Zealand's treatment of other international financial institutions in the Act. I want to thank the Foreign Affairs, Defence and Trade Committee and officials for their work, and Mr. Speaker, I commend this bill to the House.
The question is that the motion be agreed to.